All right. Hello, thanks for popping in. Hey, Briar, how you doing? So, today we are going to talk about my locals deck. I went to locals today, had a really good time. We brought Ogdoadic Runick. So, let's go over the list we brought. All right, so this is the deck we brought. It was focused on utilizing the grind of Ogdoadic in combination with the grind of Runick to clutch out games, to just increase our value while our opponents wastes away and we just crush them, right? Mill them to death, whatever. It didn't go so well. We went 0-3 and we bricked almost every duel. There was one thing that was a little different, and that was we played 2 Triple Tactics Talent. We picked one up at the shop. So this was the list we ended up playing, and there were a few problems that I noticed. Stuck on mobile. Hey Dragons, thanks so much for hanging out at the very least. I appreciate it, coming to hear the story time. We got a mobile soldier. But yeah, this was the list, so we'll go over the deck. This is the one we've been testing on stream. It's the one we played yesterday on Saturday in preparation for locals, and we'll go over why it didn't work, what I think should be different. I've cooked up a version that I think is better, that I do want to try, but yeah, let's go over the deck. So we have Ogdoadic and Nephilibus. We have the level 10s. This was our main value engine. The intent of Ogdoadic was to keep wiping their board, and Nephilibus to keep getting back the Ogdoadic and to keep recurring advantage. We have the Curse and the Naya. I only wanted one because you only have the resources for one go at the Slicer Lock, really, and we only run the one Daybreak. But it's not the only Ogdoadic spell we play. We do play the Serpent Strike. Again, I wanted a way to keep recurring value. This was my attempt at recurring Nephilibus. We'll go over what I think of that after playing with it for a day, but we also have the 1 Miscellaneousaurus, the 1 Archosaur, the 3 Leos, the 3 Fossil Dig, the Mega Corella. So that is our Dino Engine. This was really painful. The Archosaur was in my opening hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 duels I played. And in addition, I was also opening trap cards like it was going out of style. So the Archosaur being in my hand meant our Misk was dead, and that meant we couldn't bridge to our 1 Naya, which was brutal. I didn't pull off Daybreak once today. So going into the next build, I think Archosaur has to be a 2 of, or we have to have a way to get it back in our deck because that was insane. I didn't brick like that at all going up into the event, but at the event we just kept hitting this, so that was terrible. We're not playing any hand traps. We are playing these. We're playing 2 talents and 1 called by. These are so we can keep playing if we get interrupted, because we're likely to get interrupted in some way. For the Runick engine, we had 18 Runick quick plays. We had 1 Smiting Storm, 2 Dispelling. The rest is pretty standard. 3 Tip, 3 Freezing Curses, 3 Flashing Fire, 3 Slumber, and 3 Destruction with the 2 Fountain. And then we also had the auto-include traps, the Singularity off Leos, and the Planet Pollutant. So our extra felt good, actually, but I didn't get to go into it that much, obviously, since we didn't get to pull off any Slicer combos. But yeah. First problem was I kept opening Archosaur, and because we only have 1 Archosaur on our list, it meant that the Misk was dead. I hit the Misk, I had a lot of Fossil Digs, we were super consistent. We were hitting Leos, we were seeing Leos, we were also opening the Fossils so we could search the Misk. That's great, protect the Leos, right? But it just wasn't helpful. We had a bunch of consistent pieces that were doing nothing because Archosaur kept being in our hand, so that was really brutal. The other issue was I kept opening trap cards. That sucked. These have to be here, though. These can't change. And I kept opening these 3. I kept opening Curse, Nephilibus, and Ogdoadic. And it made me realize how... Hey, thanks for coming, Shim. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Hope the game is going well. But yeah, we've got these 2, and they're just so hard to get out. When you have the only discard outlet being Hugin, since we cut Flogos and Zoha, these are rotting. We can only ever drop 1 at a time with the Hugin, and because we're a Link deck, our Link zones, our extra monster zones are always taken up, so that's like a distinct advantage of Synchro Runick over Link Runick, right? Link Runick is kind of dumb, kind of awkward. I say it's dumb because I came up with it, but yeah, it just didn't work that well. I think these 2, well, great cards, great recursion, are too greedy. The curse has to stay, but we can't afford to have this many bricks. I also saw the strike. I don't think the Serpent Strike is a bad card, but I think if these two have to go, so does the Serpent Strike. So, notable changes to the deck. I think these 3 have to go, and I think Archosaur needs to go up to 2. I also didn't mind my runic ratios. I felt good on what I had. I don't think that was a big deal. But yeah, we have no hand traps, so we had no way to play on our opponent's turn. We won 2 out of 3 dice rolls, so we got to go first, but we just bricked so hard that we couldn't play. We couldn't set up boards. Our opponent, the best I made all day was, I think, a Lars against Purely, and that obviously isn't enough. Whereas Exodia, I think we have enough bricks. Although Runick Ogdoadic does sound kind of funny. I know you're joking, but we could try to draw into it. But yeah, it just didn't pan out. It didn't really work. So now we talked about the deck. Let's talk about what I would change. So we have our Ogdoadic Runic. Let's try our Ogdoadic Runic hand traps build. So it's not totally done. There's still some changes to make. But the first thing to note is we've cut the level 10s and the Serpent Strike. We are now running just the Curse, the Naya, and the Daybreak. That's our entire Ogdoadic engine. I know that's only 3 cards, but I think that's genuinely the best way to run this, as just a small engine so that you hit the Slicer Lock off of our super consistent Dino line. I think that is the best way to do it. This list here has 17 Runic quick plays, by the way. The other large thing to note is we are playing 6 hand traps here. I'm not 100% on which 6 they should be. I'm not sure if, you know, if these should be imperms, but I think Ash is super high impact, and I think Droll would have been good. Droll would have been very strong against Purely if I had hit one, and Droll would have been good against the Bestial Centurion player I was up against. Although Droll wouldn't have been that crazy, actually, against Centurion specifically, but it still wouldn't have hurt. This also would have been good versus my Horus Orchest opponent. This would have stopped them from... Well, actually, this wouldn't have been... Yeah, this wouldn't have been that good today. This probably would have gotten sided out. But just having some interruptions probably would have been solid. So, I think some hand traps are good. This, I don't know. I don't like Droll that much. I'm just told how strong it is. So this, in my mind, should maybe be an imperm. The last thing I want to change here is I really think we need another Archosaur in here. What's tough is we also don't have a second target for the Archosaur, but I don't think that's something that can necessarily budge. I think I like having the one Naya. Yeah, I think I like it. It's tough. It's tough. These 6 are pretty precious slots. This also means Talent is live versus us, and I don't love that. So, alternatively, this could be like 3 imperm. Let's cut these nibs for now. 3 imperm, 1 Archosaur, another Talent, and maybe we should play... Maybe we should play 1 more level 4 reptile for Archosaur to search. Say we open Naya. If we played another reptile, what would I want in my deck? I think... That makes me want to lean in toward Savage Dragon. Just because I like Savage so much. This list here has 17 Runics. I like how I called this Runic hand traps, and now I took out the hand traps again. I think we play the Coatl. We play the Coatl and we slot in the Borreload Savage Dragon. Coatl being searchable is so strong. I love that in Ogdoadic. But I think this is... Let's call this something else. That's a bad name. But I think this would be a better list. Wow, let's not clear it. I did that once recently already. Okay. I think this would have been a better list had we played this. So why don't we get some games, try this out, see what we think of it. But yeah, I was certainly disappointed to go 0-3. It's not the best thing to make a video about, you know, to talk about, but I felt like it's important. I don't want to just bring successes. We also just bricked like crazy. There is just variance in the game. You know, you shuffle, you draw, and you draw badly sometimes. See, we opened Archosaur. That could be because we were running more of them, but I actually like this hand. We have the Fountain, we have 2 Runick cards, which means we can go for the Hugin and bait Interruption, and we have the talent to punish that Interruption. Set 2, we have the Big Welcome. Set 3, into us. And we hit the Destruction. That's crazy. Let's go for the Hugin, like we were talking about. Go for the bait. They're going for the Big Welcome. I am tempted to pop a card now before they have a monster on board. Because if they call spells versus us, we're cooked. So let's actually do that. Let's destroy a spell or trap. Let's try to pop something and hope that's an Eradicator that we just hit. It wasn't Imperm. You know what would have been funny is if we managed to mill all of their targets for Big Welcome. Discard the Archosaur because we clearly don't need that. If they hit this with some kind of monster effect, we're in really good shape. Although our talent should be live already. Yeah, they've done plenty, so. Summoning back out the lady, not the lovely. Adding back the Chandragleer. And we are getting our Fountain here. So, while you control a set card, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's fine. Here, I think we're going to draw some cards with the talent. We could try to rip their hand, but I don't think we need to. We know one of those is a Chandragleer. That's getting Ash Blossomed. That seems so weak when they should know that we have a Fountain queued up, unless they have another thing to out this. Eradicator, they do. That is what we were trying to hit. We are going to use the Hugin effect to prevent our Fountain's destruction, but yeah, that's going to be a pass for us. That's really annoying. That's so frustrating that we just lost to 50-50, and now we lose the duel for it. But that's what you get. It's until the end of their 3rd turn. That's crazy. That sucks. What a terrible design for a card. Although we were trying to abuse it in older builds, so not knocking them for playing it, just it being made is a bummer. Mama needs some wins. I've had a lot of losses today. I didn't even... Oh no, I took 1 duel today. On the upside, Stone came with me and it was super fun. He had a good time. He won 2 duels. He also won 0-3, but he won 2 duels, so he had twice the win rate I did. That was awesome. I was happy he had fun. The local scene is super nice. Everyone was really nice. People were just really cool, making it a good play experience, making sure that new players are going to want to return. So if we hit Nunu or Naya Curse are both dead draws. We're really looking to see a Leos here. Leos would at least allow us to establish a Lars. And I think a Lars might be enough staying power to keep us in the duel. At least as a chump blocker, because we can then take down the Muckraker. Okay, Misk. I think we're gonna summon the Misk and go battle versus Muckraker. They really don't need much to take us down here, but what can we do? Just gotta try. Now, with the Misk, if we hit the Leos, we're in really good shape, but no, that's game. We're gonna scoop here. I don't want to watch them chain all their lab effects. GG's to our lab opponent there. So that was why they ashed the talent, because they had the... This is the same person. Because they had the Eradicator. Opening both trap cards. The Mega Corella is not bad. That's not actually a brick. We don't hate to see that. Let's go for a Fossil Dig here. The Mega Corella is weird, though. If we go for the Mega Corella as a normal summon... No, it's just worse. Yeah, it's just worse. We just go Leos. The Slumber is probably going to become... Oh, the Leos isn't even very good, though, because we have the Singularity in hand. This is such a bad hand. Yeah, it's the same person. Rumpled Toofle. Archetype Toy. What? Is very activate the effects of oh, this is very fun and cool. What did they declare? Evil Sir Leos. Yikes. Well, we can't use Leos, but we can use Mega Corella. Right, tribute that, discard the Leos. This is going to allow us to... Let's actually summon the Misk. We can use the Slumber. Now we've got both names in grave. We'll use the Slumber. We will go for a Runick. Here we can make... I think we go for Gary. And we can make a rank 4 play here. We can go for Dugaris, or we could go for the King of the Feral Imps. King actually sets up the Slicer lock for us, unless they have another interruption. They might, but I think this is still a good play for us. Let's try it. We still have a Lars queued up in Graveyard, thanks to our Singularity in hand. We will pick up the Naya. Naya, send. Good, send the curse. They can summon out the Chandragleer here if they want, but I don't think they want to. I think it'll go back to their hand pretty easily if they just leave it. Alright, they summoned it. We'll use our curse, targeting our Naya. Okay, Naya, search us out the Daybreak. I thought maybe they had a droll there. Maybe they do, but they just didn't want to use it. Get ourselves some Ogdoadic tokens. It's a shame these tokens aren't the same ones as the TCG ones, but it's not a huge deal, obviously. Yeah, we're... Alright, wow. Wow. So... Yeah, that's the thing. If this were a Knight Sword Serpent... No, it wouldn't make a difference. We're gonna pass on that. Where the shiny alligator? It is... We didn't use it. I also forgot to use this in draw phase. So now they're gonna get Ariana off. They're also gonna get their big welcome. Maybe not. They could just go battle here. Misleading thumbnail. I put it in the thumb because I kept opening it at the event. I just kept having it in my starting hand. It was so awful. It was losing me duels. Losing me matches having that. Just starting every single time. Brutal. Yeah, we go battle phase. Yeah. I don't want them to queue us again. It's a sign? Yeah, it's a sign that I need to play a different deck. Must use it. I'm trying to, but it's not coming together. This is such a bummer. We went poor record, lag. A lot of paper too. Let's try again. That's a good hand. Well, except for the Archosaur. Isn't this crazy? We are seeing on stream how often I'm getting the Archosaur. It's crazy to me that I can be doing it this often. Let's go for the Hugin play. Summon the Hugin. Go full Reptile. Yeah, maybe I will go full Reptile. Oh, yeah, they totally have it. This is getting hit. Yep, Imperm. Yep. We're just gonna have to set pass and hope it's enough. The good news is we've got good runic spells, but we just don't want to be using them like this. This is so terrible. Getting the Enchantress. The Dispelling might do something here. We're not going to do it yet. We'll wait till their hand's a little smaller and we have a better chance of ripping what they search. Or that. I think what we're going to do here is if we Flashing Fire, kill the Fenrir. I like that. And then we'll rely on the Dispelling to try... Oh, it's full... What is it? Scareclaw. Yeah, it's full Scareclaw. I heard go full Reptile and thought go full Ape. That's our version, yeah. Right is going to search them a card. No, it just places. You can add. Okay. And then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. So we're going to have a 1 in 3 here to rip the Griffin. If we can do that, we're in pretty good shape. Nope, can't do it. Draco, the Draco back there would have been good too, but we're just not. We're not good enough to hit it. Oh, I swear, if I go 0-3 on stream, 49. Really? Is it by 7? We bounce the Hugin. Yeah, we'll take the Hugin. Yeah, we just really can't do much versus 1 negate with our current setup, though. Unless we... No, we can't do it. Nope, we're just dead. Lag is literally lagging my stream. No way! Because they weren't lying. I don't know that there's a draw we have here. Elon in the chat. Yeah, wow. Yeah, if we didn't have a draw, that was not it. We're 0-3, no. Okay, let's switch it up. Let's go full Reptile. That's enough. That's enough Runick for now. Let's go back to having fun. We're trying to. I could also test more Fire Kings. Could definitely do that. It was interesting. I was talking to Stone. He played Speedroid today. And we were talking about how we think... Because we're playing Cash Unicorn right now. We actually think it's kind of a weakness because it directly conflicts with the Terror Top. And Terror Top is a 1-card starter for basically double Crystal Wing. And so you... Is this the lab person? Because if it's the lab person, I just don't want to play with them anymore. We already lost twice to him. Yeah, it totally was. Let's try to get a duel. Let's try to get a win. Come on, come on. We can actually... Let's grab our deck list. If we want to play the Slicer Lock, I also kind of want to have talent in here, but I just like this list. I don't want to change this list right now. The question I have is, do I think I would have fared better had I played my full combo deck? Why don't you use a face cam? I like keeping my private life separate from my channel. Although, not that my channel's huge, it would be a big deal, but I just like it because then if I stream and I'm sick or something, there aren't any weird questions at work or anything like that, you know? But yeah, let's try this. I really like this current combo Ogdoadic list. I like the Imperm. I like the Punk Engine. It could be smaller. Yeah. Yeah, if we're sick. Listen, sometimes you just need a day. But no, I like working. I genuinely don't call in. Dang it. I don't call in. So this is a good opening hand. Why D-Force? I think we might be holding this Imperm till our turn to hit the Plasma. They're on full Destiny Hero. Big respect. If you're playing cards with dual discs on them, I feel like we should ask your... Well, we're not counting that. That's not a win. We didn't play at all. We're not counting that. Let's try again, though. What I was thinking, though, is if we wanted to bring the deck down in card slots again, we could cut it down to 2 emergency teleport, 1 Zayamin, the way we have it. So D4 stops Plasma from being targeted. Oh, sure. Thank you. Okay. We've got the Foxy Tune. The Foxy Tune gets us the... Nah, we don't really care about the Foxy Tune here. Let's go for a full Snake Rain. So here, we're gonna go 1, 2... Yeah, we want to go those 2 just in case. Just in case we don't hit what we want. We could send the Knight Sword here. I do like that. Or we just straight... Yeah, I think we straight send the Mega Corella. That way we can go for the misc play, and we have a little more extension if it doesn't quite work. So we'll go the Leos. Leos, set our Singularity. We'll go for the Leos Archosaur. And the Archosaur being hit in this deck is a much less big issue than the other. Nephilibus, no, don't summon. This is a lot smaller a problem if we open the Archosaur in this deck because we play so many more reptiles. We play a lot more ways to get reptiles to the graveyard to access the Naya Curse line, so... Maybe that means we should be playing a larger reptile line in the other deck. Here, I think we want to search the Coatl because we have access to our Daybreak milling reptile, so that can be our Night Sword. So I think we can pick up a Savage Dragon here in addition to the rest of our boards. Let's go for that. Coatl being searchable is so fun. I love Coatl. Maybe we should play the full Snake Rain in the Runick deck, but I just don't feel like we'd have enough Runick slots then, if that were the case. Go for the Naya, search the back row, pick up that Daybreak. We didn't open the Lily, that would have been nice. Tribute this. Get our 4 tokens. The nib really hurt on this part of our play last time that happened. I don't like to see the nib there, but we just don't have a way to put him negates during our turn. We do kind of, because we could go... Bam Bam. We could go for like a Dolka thing. Maybe that's better, you know? I think we need to jam down the Coatl now while we've got a Dark Reptile on board. We go Slicer, so wham wham. Like that. Slicer's gonna pick up our Planet Pollutant. We lose so much value to Droll. The Singularity really helps because it sets up versus Droll, but we really don't have that favorable a setup versus it. Let's go for the Daybreak, put that Naya back in the deck, and send our Night Sword. Yep, send. Yeah. This actually could be the Nunu, but I like getting the Night Sword out of the deck because the Nunu does something and the Night Sword doesn't. So let's put that there. We will make our Shock Trooper here. And now we can go for the Savage. Beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. You'll love to see this kind of board. Opponent had no interaction, so I mean, that's a thing. Set some cards. Pass the turn. We have so much interaction here. We have an Omni. We have a Slicer Lock live. And we have a Lars with 2 charges. And the Mega Corella means the Lars is ready to be refilled. So we've got 1, 2, 3, a bunch, 4, 5. So we have 5 direct interactions plus the 0 lock. The only thing I don't like about this line is I don't like how little attack the Echidna gives the Savage. Savage can get it so high, but that's what we got. I really like this deck. This one's super fun. It's funny how having all the Reptile synergy does so much more. I guess that makes sense. So maybe the Runick deck needs more Reptiles. Maybe it doesn't have enough Reptile stuff. Maybe that's my sign to... Yeah, maybe instead of the hand traps, we should try to find a stronger Reptile engine. If we played 3 Naya, we played the Curse. What's our opponent got? Is it nothing? We'll give it a little while longer. We'll call this a win pretty soon. I think they got nothing. We're gonna call that a win. I think they're just AFKing to be salty. And I made the timer too high for it to tick back to us, so we'll just dip. Not a big deal. So we got a win for the day. That feels good. I remember what those felt like. Triple Tactics is a really nice card. I really like having Talent in my deck. I didn't see. Listen, they were just sitting. I think they were just mad that our board was irritating, so they just weren't going to do any actions. So we're going to count that as a win, okay? Code's not here to say we take those, but we take those, especially on a day like today. I really wanted to do better than I did, but I mean, we brought the deck we brought. We bricked because of our deck building and also just bad luck variance. Layer 0, the very first one. A lot of people going paper today. Maybe we should switch it up to going scissors. Good hand. We got the Rain, the Nunu, and the 2 Fossil. We don't love to see the Mega Corella, but we don't hate it either. Setting 1. Setting 2. If this is the lab guy again, I swear. Okay, it's Dynamorphia. That is annoying, but I think we can play through Dynamorphia. Our monsters have really low attack points. We get the Foxy Tune again. Let's open with a Fossil Dig. We have 2, so an Ash here is totally good for us. Domain, going for the fusion. The Foxy's probably just going to get discarded, although we could go for the Zayamin. Androgena here. Let's pick up our Leos. They can fusion summon again. So let's... I don't know. Let's Fossil Dig again. Does Dynamorphia have much going second? I feel like Dynamorphia just dies if they go second. This deck is also pretty weak to back row, so things like Runick take down their boss monsters pretty easily, don't they? There's no targeting or destruction protection on these guys. That is not what you're supposed to make, my friend. So our opponent's got a bunch of nothing on their board. Holy crap. We could go for the Zayamin just to extend. That might be worth it. They're lower on life than we are, but a Psychic and Punisher will still get really big. So, actually... yeah, let's activate the Foxy Tune, see what they do. At worst, Zayamin draws us a card. I don't even know what Stealth Bergia does. It burns me for 23. Okay. Let's send that. Let's spec the Zayamin. You know what's funny is if we actually normal summon the Deer Note, it's pretty good. They did just decrease the amount of attack our guy will actually get. Let's send the Nunu. They all start blending together. We'll do this just for a body that we can normal summon over. Although, no, we don't want to do that because we want to normal summon the Leos. So we'll go 1, 2. I mean, the body's still pretty good though. 1, 2, 3. I think we do send the Nephilibus here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna spec that Night Sword Serpent. I don't know why they didn't make Rexsturm. Rexsturm would have been obviously the right play for them. This is just a bunch of nothing. Let's go normal summon the Leos. We'll go for the Singularity set. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what they're sitting on. I also don't know what we make. We could synchro into Psychic End, which is very funny. But I think what we do is we dump a Dino just to get it out of our deck. We could actually go for a Dolka here, which I really like. So we're going to. I do wish it were a Lagia just a little bit, but Hey, it's not bad. Make the Dolka. Go for that Miscellaneousaurus. Dolka's not crazy versus them because they are obviously a trap deck, but this is also going to set up the... I mean, do we even have to go Slicer here? We could search. Instead, we could search. Let's pick up the Coatl. Because if we go 1... Do we even need to go for the Daybreak? I don't think we do, because we have Nephilibus and Grave. We can actually probably go Water Lily and do something a little... Okay, that's not going to work, but I suppose you can try. Yeah, if we go Water Lily here, we can go... I mean, we can just have it... We can have it all, right? Let's go Water Lily. Let's have a little bit of fun today. Is that okay? Can we do that? I think we're going to. We will make your attack 0. If we link up here, I can spec this. Let's do that. Spec the Coatl. Link summon into the Slicer, the boy. Wish Dolka wasn't there. Go for the search. Get that pollutant. Now, we can... Let's get this out of our deck. We'll res the Nephilibus. We haven't used the Knight Sword yet. That's important. We can resurrect a monster here. I think we're just rezzing a Leos. Rezzing the Leos, and we can go for... I was thinking... We have the pollutant. I don't know if we need it, though. We could go 4. 49ers officially won. What do you mean officially? Officially pronounced dead at this time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa! 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. That's good, because you didn't want the Lions to win at all. What was the final score? Okay, we'll do this. But not yet. Go like this. Bring out the Savage. Actually, I should have done it the other way. But we're greedy. Oh, that's super close. That's a 1 touchdown game. Less than a touchdown difference in their scores. We go Battle Phase. Our opponent has something on Battle Phase. Or not. Big kill here. Well, it's actually lethal there. We got 2 Monster Negates and an Omni, so I really don't see what they could do to stop the kill here. Can this stop battle damage? We take battle damage. They can use the Sonic. They are on 2,000 or less, but they're not. 17-point comeback. Yeah, they were struggling before halftime. That was a weird duel. They just didn't do anything good with their turn, but okay. Yeah. That was a weird duel. Let's see. I just like this list. I know it's a weird number of cards, but I just really like this deck. Like I was saying, I think one E-Telly could come out, but I think it is just really nice. It becomes a brick later on because you just don't want to see it once the punk stuff is out of your deck, but we do so much searching, we do so much recursion that I don't think draws are what we're depending on with this deck. I know we've seen a lot of this deck. It's just really fun to play. I've still got a bit of time. Why don't we spend some time really quick? I kind of want to give these a better read and then go into a duel understanding it. Something I really like about this deck is that it's got the space to play all these hand traps. It's got so much room for interruptions. They're playing 12 here in this deck. So why don't we take a minute, read this, and yeah. So I think I understand what these Fire King cards do. These seem pretty straightforward. It's the tries that I'm not sure on. So why don't we give them an actual look? I seem to have stumbled into the correct line last time, but you shouldn't rely on just guessing. I know what these cards do. Yeah, it's really the Tri-Brigade stuff that threw me off. So let's give these a read really quick. So, Tri-Brigade Fractal. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Send one level 3 or lower beast or Tri-type to the graveyard from deck. You can banish any number of beast. Okay, I have Tri-types. Spec 1 link from your extra deck with link rating equal to the number. Okay. So, that makes sense. You can banish any number of Tri-types. Spec, and then if this card is sent to the graveyard, send a Tri from your deck to the grave. So if this is sent to the grave, we then send the Nervall. They all have the Tri-type summon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Tri-type. So we can destroy this, send this. This can then add basically any of them if we haven't used our normal summon. Then Keras, you can discard one other Tri-type, spec this from your hand, ability to summon a link. Okay. Keras seems weird. I don't love that, but I guess it's there. So I understand those. So, alright. I think I understand the deck a little better. Let's try to get a game or two with the Fire Kings. Let's end the day positive in some way. If it can't be at locals, let's do it on stream at least. I got word for a sec that I had been streaming without the game capture running, but no, it is. Let's try and get 2 more wins. I think we can do it. This deck is pretty solid. I also got hit by a lot of graveyard hit today. I got shifted, and I got hit with Crow, DD Crow, and Ghost Bell. That felt so bad. That was so painful. That was not fun. We also just never got around to testing Rika, did we? I should do that. I don't know. I'm sure somebody else has. It just doesn't look that interesting to me. We only opened 1 hand trap, but at least we have one. And it does work. When this card, you can add 1 Traptrix Garden. Do we stop the Garden? I think... yeah, we do, because the Sarah is unaffected by trap cards, and I always try to imperm it, because I have... Honestly, Nephil hard counters Bell for me. You think Nephilibus counters Bell? Like it's good against Bell? I don't know. Bell was really tough because it hit my curse. And so when you curse, you pay the cost, you make the tribute, of course, and then, yeah, you're just in trouble. I gotta say, I am not good at playing against Trap Tricks. I swear I lose against Trap Tricks every time I play. We do have the Revolt, which I don't hate. What is that? When your opponent summons a monster with 1500 or less attack, banish that monster face down. Okay. And they've got that. And another set card. We do have the Bell Curse. Nephila trigger from Bell, then revives Curse. I guess, but then you're Reptile locked, and that assumes you already have Nephilibus in the graveyard. Really good opening here for us, though. We'll go the Fire King Sanctuary. Place one Fire King Island from our deck. We can use that island. We will destroy a monster. I think we'll destroy the Runics, and we'll search out a monster. This only hits 1500 or less. So we could go for Arvada to stop monster effects. I kind of like that. Let's do that. Why is Garunix not activating? Does it not trigger off its own destruction? They're banishing the Ponix, but we don't really care about that. The fact that they're getting a trap off, I don't love, but... that I'm not crazy about. I'm a little confused on why this didn't go off. If your monster that was originally filed, you serve a battle card. If you can inspect this card from your graveyard. Oh, if it was there when the monster was destroyed. Okay, reading overpowered. Popping the Sanctuary. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything then. I misplayed that. We should have destroyed the Ponix, and then we would have been able to trigger the Garunix, destroying the kit in deck. So it's a good... yeah, are we good? Oh. Did I drop? Did we drop connection? Is that what happened? Sorry about that. But I think we're back up. That was weird. My internet's kind of weird. I live in a basement, so sometimes I have a hard time with connection. I should really set up Ethernet. But I think we're back. Sorry about that. Nice, we open the island again. Oh, it's nice that island can destroy hand traps as well. Let's use that island. Let's destroy... what do we go for? Let's lead with this. We'll destroy our Veiler, or attempt to. We want the Ash for sure, so we'll destroy that. And we'll add from our deck to our hand, I think, the Garunix, who will trigger itself. And then the Garunix will trigger our... hello? Ah, it's gotta be fire. Reading overpowered. Okay, we are learning. We're learning. We're gonna send the Fractal. Fractal lets us send the Kit. Kit lets us send the Nerval. Nerval lets us add. We could go for the Karis to preserve the normal summon. Because then we can send the Garunix. I like that. Let's do that. So we'll go Karis, Send. That was not the right card. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? Here we can go. Let's go banish, banish. They have a hand trap here. That is so deserved. Here we can go for the Bearbrum. And then if Bearbrum is sent. So, level 4 or lower from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Let's just go for the Furgit. Bam, bam. Summon the Furgit just to get the Bearbrum into the graveyard and search us our Revolt. So we have a lot to learn with this deck. There's a lot of advantage here we could have gained that we just did not, that we squandered. So let's put back the Garunix. We'll set the Revolt and we'll pass. So we have not a lot going on for us. We have a Revolt, we have an Ash, and that's it. We will get to search with the Nerval being sent on the opponent's turn. So that's kind of nice, but add 1 Tri-Monster. Terraforming, huh? Terraforming can go. Let's see what they're playing before we start trying to hit stuff. It is Umi. Fire versus water. We lost to this person, or this deck, the other day. Let's see if we can have the rematch. Pull it back. We've got the jellyfish. That notably can't stop trap cards, which is important. Obviously, it can hit the Shureg, except we can chain block the Shureg. So they're trying to special summon right now. I think... What do I think? We go for the Revolt. Let's do the Revolt now so we can hit the Kiryushin before it can search, and then we can try and hit them with something else. So, special summon from the graveyard. Can we not summon the Bearbrum? Banish from your graveyard. Okay. We'll be summoning you. Bam. I'm not 100% why I couldn't summon the Bearbrum there, to be honest. Shureg. Monster to keep. We're gonna keep the Shureg. Now we have some activations. So we're activating the Shureg and we're chaining. We're gonna go this one, this one. Bearbrum wasn't properly summoned. Oh, right, thank you. Yep, properly summoned resurrection rules. I bet it's noting that too. Yep, they just negated the send. We don't care about that at all. Where's Bearbrum? Adding a card. Let's add... I don't know. Let's add the kit. And then we can return a card to the deck. Let's return the Veiler. And we'll banish that Kiryushin. And now we've got the Ash for the Fish Sonar. It's all coming together. Here we could go for the Fire King Island, but I think we'd rather that they try to negate a kit. We can activate kit. We could go for a full extra Shureg. Let's do that. Yeah. Cards to banish. We'll banish 1, 2. Doesn't really matter from here, since we only have the 1 revolt. It's a big drain on our resources, but it's okay. Alright. Now, we are going to use this and do it right. We're going to search the Grunicks. Because we destroyed a fire, the Grunicks is going to allow us to spec itself, and then it'll destroy a fire in our deck. Is it just any fire? We'll go like this. We'll go like this. Get rid of that Legendary Ocean. And now we can destroy a card. This will add itself back if we destroy it. What happens if this gets destroyed? If this card is destroyed and sent to the grave, you can target 1 fire in your graveyard, spec it, but it effect negated. Let's destroy our Arvada. We'll use the Arvada, and we can special out a monster here. We'll just go for the Fractal in attack mode. And we could go for access code here. Access would be pretty big too. I do regret banishing the link. I shouldn't have done that. We went access. Otherwise we could go... No, I think this is fine. We just go in with the large Garunix. If we do use the Shureg, we can add a Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. We can add a Tri-type from our deck to our hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of your banished Beast Warriors. Okay, that's kind of fun. They did use Ice Barrier here. I don't know if they should have done that. Oh, I guess they have no choice. It's on attack declaration. There's no other time they're going to get that. They're also going to be able to use that from grave now, so that's pretty solid for them. Deal some damage. I like linking away the Shureg now. We could even make... What's in their grave? Just a water monster. I like going for the Masquerena here. Activate the effective kit for being sent to grave. We're sending the Nerval from deck to grave. And Nerval will, I did this by accident, but it's pretty nice for us, add the Fractal. And now we have a card in hand. So we can use Unicorn off Masquerena. We kind of stumbled into it, but it's yeah. What effect do I want to activate? Ah, Barong is going to what? Add itself back to hand? Add 1 Fire King card from your deck to your hand. Let's add the Kirin. During the main phase, if this card's in your hand, quick effect, you can destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or face of field. And if you do, spec this card. So, oh wow, Fractal's Fire. That's so good for us. If this card is destroyed instead of the grave, you can spec 1 Fire King from your hand or grave. Banishing 6 with Prosp, but I think that's okay. We also would have gained a card in hand by using the mask to make the unicorn. Because, although, no, we wouldn't have been able to declare unicorn effect without a card in hand to start. So they pick up a jellyfish from the ice barrier. from the fish beheading. What do they pick up off the prosp? So we know they have a jellyfish. Jellyfish and what else? What do you got? I was wondering if there was any way to fit Prosperity into our Ogdoadic combo deck, or even if there's any reason to do that. I also wonder if it'd be nice in this deck, just because we have... Okay, Foolish Barrel to search for another Ice Barrier, I take it? That seems like a weird pickup to me. Here we've got the Physalia, the jellyfish. That was their normal summon. We know that they have the Foolish. Let's go for the mask here. Declare Masquerena. We could just go Apo, but I think I actually like this more. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And we will use our Unicorn, discarding the Fractal to spin that, in addition to the Shureg. So actually, we should have done this the other way to block Ash, but I think it's okay. We'll add a Ponix. Ponix is nice because if Kieran destroys it, we can get the Ponix back in our standby, which is more card advantage. That's fine. End of main. Scoop. All right. 3-4. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Here's the Fire King deck we're trying right now. I don't know that it's an optimal deck, but it's one that I certainly enjoy. It's also pretty budget friendly. We've talked about that. So if you want to cop it, here it is. I know there's no side. Still working on that. But I mean, side deck, you just jam some cards together. I don't know. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Sorry I couldn't bring it home and make the Ogdoadic Runick deck really perform at locals. Hopefully next week, we're able to do a little better and I'm able to bring you a little more exciting deck profile and story time. But I appreciate everybody coming out. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you next time.